Welcome back into K-Nation. We're going to take the time to talk a little Cats baseball right now, and we brought in a pretty special guest.
That's right, Brian Smoller with us here. You've heard him on the call for women's basketball. You've heard him on the call for baseball. We'll start on the baseball topic. Obviously an exciting season. They return to a regional and return to a super regional. I want to ask you this. How do you see this season impacting future seasons for Wildcat baseball?
Boy, I really think it's a takeoff point for this new kind of era of K-State baseball under Pete Hughes. They had crawled and fought so hard through the month of April and May to get to that point of postseason to kind of establish themselves. And as you guys know in baseball, so much of the game is mental. And you have to believe that you're good and believe that you can get there and believe that you're worthy of being in that spot. And now that they've done it, now I think they've kind of turned that corner where as they go through the tough times of another schedule that they're going to undoubtedly embark on next year, you can look back and say, hey, we're a program that's deserving of being in this spot. And even though Pete Hughes will talk about Omaha all the time, now you can kind of put some backbone to it, or backing it up, so to speak.
Well, and that was Pete Hughes' plan for years was, hey, I know that we can get here, you got to trust me. Not a lot of ADs like Gene Taylor would say, okay, we'll give you this leash to go do it. To have that come to fruition, how's that feel as a program altogether?
It was one of the more rewarding moments. Winning that regional in Arkansas certainly was a high point, but I think getting the name called up on the screen was the first moment where you're like, okay, all this has paid off to this moment. And I can remember some of those long road trips that we went on in April where you're only playing 6 or 5 home games for 32, 33 days. It made it all worth it. And then you get to that point and you're in Arkansas, and I think we all felt the same thing. It was like, man, the pressure's off. We already kind of got to the point where we needed to get. That's right, and you're just playing. And you saw what happened, Landon. You were there personally, and the guys just played free, loose. They let their talent come through and shocked everybody, and that was, I think, a lot of emotion at the end of that regional was because of that. It was like, man, this is what we all saw was coming, and it just had to happen.
Pete Hughes said exactly that. They're just having fun.
Briefly back to Gene Taylor, you could say this is a more impressive feat for him because it's easy to say, let's keep the football coach who won the Big 12 title, let's keep the basketball coach who went to the Elite 8 in year 1, but to know the game well enough to trust it, even when they weren't in a regional the first few years, I think shows a lot about Gene Taylor. I want to ask you about roster turnover. In college athletics, we see more and more of it. Baseball, not like basketball to where we might have a whole new roster, but how much of a different roster do you anticipate? Because K-State's going to have a lot of guys who could go pro.
Yeah, and I think they expect a lot of those guys that have chances to go pro to go eventually pro. I mean, listen, Brendan Jones would be one that you would hope would be back for K-State, and maybe during the middle of the season you thought for sure he would be and have a great year next year. But he's a junior and only has 1 year of leverage left, so I wouldn't be surprised, especially with the way he played down the stretch, if he ends up going pro. And that's not to mention the guys that are obvious, like Tyson Neighbors and Kalen Culpepper and Brady Day, who all have eligibility left but are likely gone. So this team will have a new look next year. But I go back to the whole thing about the sort of backing it up, because now when Pete Hughes gets in front of that team again and new guys or whatever else, you're joining a program that's now postseason established and one that was 2 wins away from Omaha. And as we saw with Virginia, as they got and watching those games down in Charlottesville, K-State wasn't that far away from a different result in 1 or 2 of those games. So I think they're very close. I think they can use that as a way to not only get recruits to come visit and see the program, but then also believe that they can get back.
Well, it's one thing to tell recruits you want to get to Omaha. It's another thing to say that you were two runs and really a few runs away from getting there.
I think Coach Tang called David Castillo and said, I know you want to be a Cat. That's that feel. We were talking off screen. When baseball's good, it's just a bunch of fun. You've been covering this team for over 2 decades now, right? How much fun was it for you in the booth to get to experience this? Well,
it was a lot of fun. And Matt Walters, who does the games, we've done them
Chili
for years. That's right. We've done them for years, for 20+ years together. That was one of the cooler moments, just being able to experience that with him. And then also have the call of those games. It has been a long time.
Yeah, well, Brian, I think Wildcat baseball is more exciting because of you and Matt on the call. I've enjoyed many of them, and we appreciate you joining us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
That's awesome. And stick around, guys. There will be more K-Nation after the break.